be fair. God damn it, everyone. Yeah, I'm starting it like that because YouTube asked me to do a questionnaire as part of my intro here. This is shenanigans. Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Brad Chester. Over top of me is Mr. Brian Horton, and we are going to talk about nonsense today, and it is my favorite type of day because I'm going to bring up some 40K. I'm going to talk about Fallout. I'm going to talk about everything that we've heard so far for Henry Cavill's 40K show and my hopes for that show. Then I'll probably talk about the end of Shogun.
Don't spoil Shogun for me.
What's that?
Don't spoil Shogun for me.
Oh no, it's just everybody should watch it. That's the one show that if you tell me that you don't like Shogun, I'll probably just won't listen to your recommendations anymore because that show's been bonkers good. Just solid acting. It's already a great story, but fantastic on that. Brandon told me to ask you all about strap-ons. Alrighty then. That's a weird start to the show, Eloise. Kenneth Smith, go vote for Garage Hammer List in Sunken City. Stassworm, Lichterfoot, Shifty Bananas, or Corbulu's Company. Yes.
I don't know. I like the idea of Lichterfoot. I'm not even sure what it is, but
I mean, I don't know. Corbulu's Company always sounds good.
Yeah, but it's Corbulu.
Oh God! Good thing Brad isn't testifying against Boeing, or we would have an episode today. Yeah. You know what? I won't get real political on that, but man, it is very questionable how every whistleblower has met an untimely death.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, you got anybody else have something bad to say about us?
And the answer to that would be you're missing.
Exactly. This is going to be some Clinton level of do I want to tell you that you're going to have to kill yourself?
Anyway, on to a happier, brighter note.
Now I understand the strap-on question. Yeah. The simplest way to get a castigator knowing that I own rhinos, it is actually to take small chains and literally strap the gun on top of the chassis. Back in the day, you've seen a bunch of Sparks and Eyes models with that back in the day. When you could have extra shit, but you just had to have everything it could have, basically. And we would put like a thunder hammer, a plasma pistol hanging off his back like a backpack. Just like, it's there. It's right there. Old timers, goddamn young bastards.
Yep. So I actually got to play 2 games of 40K today. I was very happy.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Really enjoyed one list just for the idea of it, and the other list I hated with a deadly passion and went, no, I'm not going to do that. So it was one of those things where I got to try out for the first time. I finally got one fully painted up. I got a Norn Emissary painted up and wanted to put it on the table. Actually, I had 2 of them on the table. They were really good at holding that one objective and sitting there for the entire time.
So much Norn. They're so expensive. That's the one. I mean, there's a couple things you can nitpick about, but the one thing that I was really disappointed in was the fact that they just said, hey, are Tyranid monsters overpriced? Yes. Keep them overpriced. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't see, like, the Norn, if all of his rules work and you've got everything going, it's a good model. It's not 275 points of a good model, but it might be 2.25. Might be in that range. It's definitely should probably be about the same cost as a Satan at best. So it's one of those weird things, but it was fun to play with. I can say that playing with Zoobs today.
I like that you said it was the same as a Catan. Nightbringer would literally Voltron your stupid Norn
it would
in half. Like, I don't even know if he'd be ready. Like, if that was the fight, he would kill him and be like, all right, I'm ready to fight the guy. You're like, that was the guy. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kill him so quickly. My bad.
Yeah, it's one of those things of they're too expensive. I wish they were cheaper, but at the same time, if they were super cheap, then they'd be really annoying. So they got to find a happy medium. They haven't found it yet.
Yes, and we've said that's the biggest thing on big models. be it big, creatures, knights, whatever. It is hard to find a medium. I want to answer a couple of the wall real quick.
Yeah.
Garrett goes, how to break list stagnation, like getting in a rhythm, not being able to stop playing that list. That's a tough question for me because like I'm so bouncy all over the place with things that I want to play because I have so many armies that I've played over the years that I kind of want to play something new all the time. I get really excited about armies for a period of time, especially I can't get super excited for armies. I'm playing some armies in singles. I'm going to multiple singles events, but like I get more traction and I play armies longer if I'm playing them for teams because I'll practice more for a team event than I will for a singles event, as opposed to just bouncing to a new list idea. Because in a singles event, it's just me that it matters. In a team event, it matters for everybody else, so I actually have to do well. So I won't just try my weird idea in a team event. Well, I will. I can't even say that I won't try my weird event. I literally took the weird list to a team, but I had confidence in it.
I mean, one of the things I always say against list stagnation is, at least for me, if you find a list you enjoy playing and you enjoy playing it, tinker with it a little bit, move a unit around, try something else, find something that's in the same wheelhouse and move it in and out, play with it a little bit.
100%, brother. The thing is rotate shit that's the exact same battlefield role. If it's damage, if it's move block, if it's trash, if it's whatever, try shit out. Don't let people tell you not to play that. That's why I always do the scissors paper rock throat punch. Anytime somebody tells you not to play something, just try it out. Hell, you could be wildly wrong, but like you might find something out while playing things. Yeah. It's just
for me, a lot of people like for Tyranids, which is what I play primarily. It's my primary army. Everyone really likes Old One Eye and the Carnifexes, and I just can't get them to do anything. I've tried every different equipment loadout that I've tried, and it's not me. But they're like a punchy unit. I have found other stuff that I like that's cheaper and in the same ballpark of ability to punch that I've enjoyed better. So sometimes it's what you like combined with finding the role that they fill.
100%. And the thing is find the things you like. And the rule of cool will always, always, always apply. If you spend a bunch of time modeling something, put it on the table. Mm-hmm. Period. That's a big thing on that. I mean, true. You got to tell me the thing on that. Everybody that wants to, I'm going to do, because I'm doing Fix My List again next week. There just wasn't enough lists in there for me to rock it out this week. But if you could always put in, what are you trying to do? What's the feel? What's the theme? You know what I mean? What are the must-haves in the list? Because I'll keep the same theme, whether or not. It's one of my pet peeves is when people fix lists and they just go, throw away everything that you had and do this. Well, no, if it's a Thunderwolf Cav list or a flying list or a whatever list, you got to make that.
Yep.
Eloise is coming to Rocky Top with Sisters. She can't lose.
Sisters is such a good army.
Indeed. Indeed.
Gaming Guru, if you're terrified about going to Rocky Top, the thing I tell everybody when you're going to your first big tournament, especially as a singles player, go there with the intention of having fun. And remember that you're pushing toy soldiers around to hang out with other people pushing toy soldiers around, and you'll loosen up real quick.
Just come over to my table and just drink some wine.
That's it.
Just hang out. I'll be the person sitting. Chair with a back, telling stories. I'll be the person that's not shutting the hell up. That's kind of my MO. Anna with a $5 super chat. Look. Here's the thing. No matter what anybody tells you, you always run all the orc buggies you own. The game is about fun, which means 100% buggies. I can go with that. We were just talking about Speed Freaks on Tuesday with Anna, not on Anna with Tuesday. I have problems speaking. Talking, word hard, speak, no. But the thing is you always make something you want to play. Man, we're playing a toy soldier hobby. Don't play shit that's not fun. You make the best of the fun army. You know what I mean? If you're legitimately trying to do the best that you can, you want the best result. You're not just, there's tournaments that sometimes you're going to go to have some drinks and some food and to hang out. And you don't really care what you're playing. There's other tournaments where you're setting goals for yourself. You're trying to do better. But even when you're doing that, you still want to bring the thing that brings you joy. You're playing with your toys. Bring the best thing that makes you happy, not just the best thing that someone told you is the best thing.
Absolutely. Sometimes when you decide to play something outside of your comfort zone and wheelhouse because somebody has convinced you it's better and it's not a unit you have fun playing with, even if it is a very good unit, I firmly believe that the dice gods kind of go, yeah, you don't like it, so it's not going to be good.
Yeah, 100% on that.
Yeah.
I'm going with both these comments. And it tells you that your sister's army will be better if you had a snaz wagon. And then the best is Eloise has made her goal 3-2 in a 7-game tournament.
Always, I like these goals.
Yeah, I go, it's the anti-Tom. When Tom said he was going to win 6 games in a 5-game tournament, Eloise is only going to play 5 of the 7 games.
I mean, that means if she goes 3-2 and it's Saturday,
she's just
Sunday,
deucing.
You know what? I'm good. I made my goal.
See you later. Sunday just becomes a drinking day. Nothing wrong with that. Who's driving us?
Daka Snazwagon is by far my favorite name for any vehicle ever.
A shock jump dragster actually teleports, though. Come on.
Yeah, but you can look at somebody and just go, "Hey, look, you are a Boondocka Snazwagon," and they'll have no idea what you mean, and you can leave it at that and walk away.
True story. I do like the idea of a dude just driving a car that teleports, and he also is not real sure how it works. It just does. So you just show up places. Next, Toledo GT. Good question, because I don't know if we're having one before the normal, because the Glass City is always in January. But I think that they're going to run the Frogtown again, and that'll be sometime in the fall. I do not know the answer to that question
yet. That is a work in progress right now.
Yeah. But Daryl's got so much room there. Toledo game room. So we've got shit tons of room. Wish they had more parking, but we have shit tons of room inside. So 100%. Here's the thing: if you're Guru, if you're a hyper competitor, I'd love to make the top 50 at Rocky Top. The thing is, a little bit of preparation goes a long way. Yep. Know the missions, know the deployment, know the terrain, and know where you're going to deploy and your general game plan before you show up, and that will lead you a huge amount of way into the tournament. It'll also make you play more relaxed. Like 1,000%. Jordan and I need to run a GT in June. Maybe. I'm traveling a lot next. Oh, that's May. We're already in May. God damn it. I'm getting on a plane in like 3 weeks. 2 weeks? Shit, Jesus Christ, 2 weeks.
To go to Rocky Top?
No, that's I'm going to the North Carolina Ninja Assassin Death Monkey 2000 Killer Instinct Combine Blow tournament. Though I might be slightly off. It's a Dean's tournament.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to Rocky Top the next week.
All right. Are you going back home in between, or are you hanging out?
I should have stayed the whole time. I was too worried that I would just fall apart. And I like to fall apart in my own home near my own doctors. You know what I mean?
Seems like a good choice. So
I go back, but it is a pain in the ass because, we were just talking about it. Let me give you an old man tale. Those of us that are bride night age, why it used to be so easy. Now it's such a pain in the ass. Like now you show up like 2 hours early. I used to show up like 8 seconds before the plane went on, dive through the door with a forward roll like a ninja, and run onto the plane and no one gave a shit. Now you can drive to the place in the same time it takes you to fly.
In some aspects. That is for sure. So
let's go. I'll go to this.
On your modeling mojo. So you have told me, and I think I've heard you say it on stream as well, that you are trying to get yourself an entire orc list painted by you.
By ATC.
By ATC.
That's my very loose goal. Hold on for a moment. $2 super chat probability. Go blue. Hey, Brian, go blue. I got so excited on the go blue that apparently I jumped the rest.
I'm pretty sure somewhere your Ohio State friends who hear this cast are just one day when you show up going, yeah, Ohio State, they're gonna be like, shut up. They're just gonna shun you. They're gonna kick you out of Ohio. Just saying. At some point in time,
it is a big thing. Let me go to the wall real quick and just hit these real quick. Yes, Eloise, I will do some definite stuff. I might actually do stream it also. I'll probably do that on your guys' channel and mine, and we'll do some TTS and talk about the missions coming up to the event. 100%. Yes.
And gaming, if you are looking to, as Brad said, to top 50 and do everything, first strong recommendation I tell everybody, and this is probably counterintuitive to Brad because on a rare occasion it happens, read that player packet.
Weirdly enough, in teams, I end up with the player packet more often, but that's because you get everybody together to read them. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you're not reading it. Someone's reading it to you. That's a different story.
I mean, I count that as me reading it, though.
That's fair. It's fair.
I still, one of my favorites on me never reading player packets, even though I tell everybody to make sure they read them and do everything out. That is wrong. I do actually look at the missions and the stuff now because I coach them. But Daniel and I at Adepticon, Daniel Hesselberg from Sweden, we played, we were in the last round going into, in the finals, not in the finals, but the tops of Adepticon. And Daniel, we get to this epic game where Daniel had to make a charge, and if he makes the charge and he ties up two things, then he wins the game. If not, then I win the game, and it's down to the last couple dice rolls. And Curtis walks over and just looks and goes, dude, what are you guys playing? Or like, what do you mean? You're like, this isn't the right deployment. You don't even have the right amount of objectives out. What are you guys playing? We're like, leave us alone. We've made our mission. We're going with it. Reading the packet is dumb. I think someone told us this and we're just going with it.
Well, the nice part about going with it is you could like and subscribe to the channel. So if you like our videos and you enjoy them, please like and subscribe to our channel.
Oh,
we greatly appreciate it.
First 20 minutes, who knew? John, also, yes, I am definitely Ron Burgundy. If I see a super chat, I just read it and I just move on with my life. Center objective, vital ground. Not even a real thing. Yeah, we played so much goof shit. It's all of the things, some of the stuff. Yeah, man, like it's a big deal on that. One of the biggest things, and I coach this quite a bit, everybody that has coaching from me it will go into it. Oh God. Anna Smith, $1 super chat. Thou hast not voted, therefore go blue. God damn it.
So I got a comment with what Zuber says on this one, where he's like walking around BFS and seeing how many different ways people can set up the same mission is quite because with doing a WTC thing, they tell you what way to split the center objective when you make the 1 and the 2 there.
Hidden supplies, baby.
Hidden supplies. And it's like, always do it to the right. And people are like, I don't understand where to put the objectives. So I was walking around with my iPad with the picture of how to do it. I'd be like, here, like
what
this.
What is going on with my goddamn... How am I supposed to do that on Monday? Screw it. Nightbot is making me sad. But one of the bigger things that you'll get is, again, do homework. Do a little bit of preparation. You have to get ready and it'll make you more relaxed. But I can't stress enough, when shit goes wrong, and shit will go wrong, walk away, get a drink, use the restroom, do anything. Fucking always a set of push-ups makes your saves better. I just want everybody to know that. Also, but just take some time. Even if you don't think tilting doesn't mean you're losing your mind and flipping the fucking board over. Tilting means that you're a little bit flustered. You're not thinking right. You're not going to make good moves. Take a second, get your shit together, and then play. You know what I mean? You're going to be more annoyed when you roll out 1s and your opponent rolls out 6s. You're going to be even more annoyed when you then follow up that bad rolling with you just making a bunch of stupid moves and then being like, God damn it. Why did I do any of these things? Just take your time, enjoy yourself. The other thing is that I really think this in 10th edition, too many people throw in the towel so damn early. Play your games out. You don't have to play it out to the last model in singles, you know what I mean? In teams, you're playing out to the last model, damn it. But I mean, in singles, too many people just think that they've lost when they haven't lost. I can't tell you the amount of games that I've seen where I really think that one of the players could have pulled it out, because you can just grind points out so easy. Even if the game looks lost, a lot of times it's just not, you know, and you're not going to win all of those games that, you know, are going bad, but you're going to win 0 of them if you don't give yourself a chance. Hold on. Give yourself an opportunity to have an opportunity. Write that down.
Like one of my favorite things to say is like when somebody's like, oh, well, you know, I didn't score any primary on the first turn. And I'm like, you went second, right? Yeah. And I'm like, so you have all the opportunity to score all your points. Is it that hard to figure it out? Take the time, make a concerted effort to score those points. You know, be confident. Don't just throw in the towel when you're down by 5. I mean,
100%. And the thing is, Eloise never surrender. And Anna, losing the game in your head is the precursor to losing the game at the table. 1,000%.
100%.
And also remember, suspiciously presented raffle bananas. Hey, sometimes you got a lady in the tramp a banana. That is true also, Eloise. That is the secret to beating me, is make me have a bad time and I'll just leave and go do something else and then play the next game. Where's Brad? His opponent was annoying, so he just walked away. 100%. The 1+6 goes, I've had games that I thought was way ahead, then I got Defense Stronghold and he had a 9 of Deep Strike capture enemy outpost. And you know what I mean? It's just the cards can go any way. Dice are dice. You know. Yep. And dice will eventually work its way out. So if your opponent was rolling buck wild crazy, he probably would roll total trash at the end, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's all in there. I don't keep that bothers me so much. You got to keep score. I do like my sheet that I use because occasionally I may or may not always keep my score in my head, but. My sheet literally says, Brad, keep your own fucking score, and they laminated over it, so I can't even rip it off. So it always says that. They do enjoy that.
That is a big thing. We should, you should have both players keeping score. It shouldn't be just one of you.
Mm-hmm.
Both players should keep score, because at the end of a game, you might have a 2-point discrepancy, and if you can point and go, well, yeah, I scored 2 points on this, and the other person goes, oh, I had you for 5 on that. And you're like, no, I had 2. That can change the score, or vice versa.
I know that I like the app quite a bit. The ITC scoring app and everything. It's a good app. However, I do like to have my physical sheet because I can show it to you every round, every turn, at the end of every turn, and just go, hey, we both agree you got this and this. Mark them off. The other reason I like that a lot is that you can easily see, if you're playing tactical, what's left in yours and your opponent's decks. So you can just go, oh, he doesn't have capture, he doesn't have this, I no longer really care about maybe screening out certain places, you know what I mean? So you can start planning for what you can do. You can also start deciding when it's a good time for things like 1 CP, throw one of your secondaries away, because if you have only good shit left, now's the time. You can do it on the app. I mean, it's just, I'm saying, I like it just right in front of me because reminders of anything. I used to literally put my command phase shit on my hands. And so I just wouldn't forget to do certain stuff. It's just nice to have that reminder all the time of what the score is, what the secondaries are and stuff like that. That might not be for everybody, but it just really helps. It really helps when you're trying to if you're trying to make a concerted effort to play better, to be better. Anything that can help you, game aids, marking things, everything is so, it can't tell you how helpful it is to have the most amount of shit that you can possibly have, from measuring devices to mnemonic things to memorization, anything that's to hit my shitty memory of anything. Just have any aids you can use that help you are fantastic. Just use them all. I do remember to wog. I'm going to play Bully Boys the next 2 tournaments too. So I'm going to be double wogging every game. People are going to... Anybody that doesn't enjoy a wog is going to be so mad when Orcs run out. How many goddamn wogs are we going to get?
So, Brad, so according to the wall, you're a fan of the stone tablets?
Oh, yeah.
Especially the 2 that were specifically handed you by some Egyptian dude?
Well, duh. I do prefer the stone tablets. Look at stone tablets feel real. Oh, the G is silent. And a $5 super chat immediately called me out. My bad. I've always thrown it in there. Because when you start making letters silent, you might as well be French. Yeah, Eloise, I said it.
So, Brad, one of the things that I've been telling a lot of newer players is get the data sheets. Like the physical data sheets, or print them out, because they will help make you faster on the tabletop. Is that something that you see with newer players, where it's better to have your rules right there instead of having to flip back and forth through a codex and look page by page trying to find what you're looking for? To have that physical card there with all your rules on it.
Oh, the cards are so amazing. I love everything about that. There's 2 things that I like to have: cards right out on the board, and then use the app and whatever the skull button's called. Have all your shit ready to go. Both of those are fantastic. It's only silent because you believe it is. Yeah, exactly. If it was French, it would literally have 47 extra letters. And then it would be WAG. L1+. I think the funniest thing is Bully Boys right now are trying to hold objectives with 1OC models. No, you're not. You're trying to kill everybody on the model. It's Bully Boys. I was just talking to... I'm going to ask everybody here. I'm going to ask you, Brian, you've done a lot of different modeling and different things of that stuff. I want my Bully Boys... I want to get a decent amount of 3D printed stuff, but I want to get custom stuff done, but I don't know what my theme is. Because, like, one of the things I love about Bully Boys, besides the fact that it's not 700 models that kills me, is that you're basically grabbing SEAL Team 6 of Orcs. You're grabbing the biggest and the best.
All right,
all of the guys. Like, what should they look like as far as, like, if you're getting some custom prints done?
This is gonna sound really weird, but this is because of our age. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go, I want my $2. You remember the movie?
Where, how, when?
I want my $2.
I don't, I should know this because I know every movie quote, but...
All right, so there was a movie back in the 80s. The paperboy is trying to collect his money from John Cusack, and throughout the entire movie, he's screaming, "I want my $2."
Yes, I know. Yeah.
And you really just think all your bully boys should be walking around with a rolled up newspaper.
Hockey themed dorks, the best themed dork. Slapshot, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, trucks being Zambonis does sound pretty awesome. But the thing is yes, it was actually one crazy summer.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, it's either that or I was gonna go hold my boombox over my head, but different movie. Same act.
Same actors, just same but different.
Barbecue crude. No, but I want some really cool. I just have I have infinite possibilities, you know what I mean? But I just think that I want them just not to be the same olds. If you're talking about bring only the biggest of the boys, you know what I mean? They just come out, they just beat the crap out of people.
The barbecue themed orcs is hilarious because you could get chef's hats, all different kinds of aprons. You could have all kinds of fun.
If I'm doing that, I'm just making them ride trucks that are picnic tables. They are definitely not going to be goddamn gold and blue, Terry.
Have you seen the thing running around, as we sidetrack here, like always? Have you seen the thing running around the internet where a guy took bright gold spray paint and painted a demon army and called it his Golden Demons?
Jesus. I have so many golden demons.
I thought that was hilarious. If you look on Facebook, it's all over the place right now, so it was just kind of hilarious.
Food trucks. I love the idea. That's why I kind of want to run the snake bites, but I didn't really like the hunt very much as far as the detachment. But I do like the idea of like the snake bites and stuff. I just love old giant orcs telling you to get off their lawn, and the damn kids with their new technology. Like, technology for orcs? Yeah, technology for orcs. What did we get sponsored? I get sponsored by Granger. I could do that. I could do a Granger ad. I'm okay with that.
I got Claritin popping up for me. It's a good time.
I'm apparently supposed to fix some shit. It's good times.
I do like the idea of the food truck boys. That is pretty funny.
No one runs the rocket truck. That is true. That was the food truck. You should run. That's a silly question, Mike. You should definitely run Wolf Jail. Tau does not seem like a Mike list. Unless you brought Talinars. Oh, that's actually, screw that. I'm going to make a list for Mike that has 3 storm surges and then just Kroot.
Oh, so many bodies.
AdMech should come in a Snap-on truck because everything's overcosted. Just, I mean, the funny thing is I still think that AdMech's better than people say. I'm actually coaching AdMech tomorrow morning. But it has more plays. It's just everything slightly costs more than it should. Except for I think that the people that are like actually pointing correctly are like Vanguard and Rangers. But like everything else is like bonkers, but it's also so goddamn expensive, man. And it's just one of those armies where you're like, hey man, should I take a chance at an army that costs an arm and a leg? You know what I mean? Or should I just keep playing my other shit? Ugh. Ugh. If only they have the snap-on warranty for all the bits that break off when you look at them. Ooh, you know, I'm going to give everybody a challenge on this. Give me a model that broke more than the original Obliterator when you used to glue all the weapons to the flat piece of the stump of their arm. Those things would literally break off if you looked at them incorrectly. It was just like a breeze would knock all that shit off. Ugh. Tiffany, yes. Goddamn Revenant Titan. I haven't seen, I don't even know if I've ever seen that on the board besides you. I think we saw the Phantom Titan back in the day when you could put him on a Sky Shield landing platform, and that thing was just broken. Oh, God. Metal Hurricane Bolters on the... Oh, that might be, too. Those things fell off instantaneously, too. I don't know, though. The Obliterators were just... Because they literally were just that flat stump, and you put all of the guns right there, and they were just a little piece. And as you move them around, they instantly would fall off.
Are you talking the metal Obliterators?
Metal, yeah, the original, the Obliterator. I was talking what model just fell apart more. We were going with Pewter Grey Knight Termes, the Metal Hurricane Bolters, and the Crusaders. I mean, it's all the metal shit, to be honest with you.
The original metal Lictors.
Oh yeah, they had those weird pieces that had to sit on out. It's just like, what were they thinking with some of those models? You're like, hey, move your model, move them 6 inches up, and every gun fell off. You're like, God damn it!
Although I will agree with one of our people out there. I saw somewhere someone said the Metal Hurricane Bolters on the Crusader. That was the worst model ever to put together.
Nothing was trash fire. Why does the Avatar look like he just killed the Titan? I'm going to show this picture to people. So Mike told me that his model broke, and I'm like, he's just like, I just sent you a picture of it. And he's like, it just broke. And I'm like, why does the picture look like your own model killed your model? This is what he sent me, everyone. Why did the Avatar treat the Revenant Titan so bad? Like, what happened here, man? This is no bueno. What's happening here? Why would you do that to your poor model? All I had to say is if I use your stuff, you can 100%, Brad guaranteed, I will never do anything bad to it. I've never broken a model.
I disagree with that. Not only do I disagree with that, I still have evidence upstairs of something I haven't fixed from you playing it over a year ago, too.
I didn't break very much. I really thought I was going to break more of your turn-ins.
You actually only broke one. I will give you credit. You really only broke one. Like a guy popping off his base, not a big deal. Like a to have a super glue fixed. You only really broke one. But I will agree with Kyle that Lyle's Tao remembers a different story.
That was not my fault, goddammit.
It's like Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge Farms literally
Tao
remembers that TSA took those models out back and gave them a whooping. That's what I'm saying. Zooms. I didn't break very much. What?
I was still surprised you didn't break the Toxicrin, though.
I wanted to break the Toxicrin.
Like, oh, he's breaking this in like 27 pieces.
That thing is frustrating. That might be the most frustrating model to run in 40K.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just so wildly awkward. Exactly. I was just want to say, Anna goes, I get terrified every time people talk about making Brad run of a 10 because he knows I have an event-ready collection. Anna, so about Votan.
Luckily, Votan are kind of solid.
They're durable.
But they do have a lot of antennae on them, so I would assume every one of those will be broken if it comes back.
You know what I did break in the middle of a tournament once? Remember when all your rhinos used to just randomly have dozer blades on them? But they were actually an upgrade, but everybody modeled them to have them. I had a guy that just kept wanting to shoot the tip of the dozer blade, so I just literally in mid-tournament snapped them all off, threw them in the garbage. They were mine for a change, though. I could break my own models, all I want. I also have absolutely zero respect of my own models. You know who has less? Pajama Pants. Pajama Pants used to have all of his orcs in Tupperware bags that he threw them into. Per squad.
I specifically remember when he had them counted out and he was like, all right, so this is the red bag they're going to play here. Yeah, this is the green bag they're going to deploy here. I remember that.
Challenging me round 1 and we're going shot for shot. I mean, I feel like that's one of the tournaments I was going to try to win. I don't know if I can win it if I get trucked round 1. So I like to ease into my tournaments. Just all you have to do is have a chance. Ziplex, but God damn it, you guys are just not more people just abusing the orcs. That's hurtful. That's hurtful talk. You guys have to respect the WOG.
I mean, to a point.
Sandwich bag orcs makes for crunchy snacks. You know what I do think I'm going to do? I don't know why that made me think of it, though, of crunchy snacks. It made me think of eating and drinking what I'm not supposed to do. I, since forever, have not painted. Now that I started painting, I am terrified that I'm going to chug the paint water for sure.
You need one. You legitimately need the coffee mugs. That one says coffee, the other says not coffee.
The good thing is I'm 90% of the time I'm drinking out of a 20 ounce. But any time that a cup's there, you know, if I'm drinking water, my occasional water slams, it tastes good. We need to go back to the orc rules where I could put as many people in a transport as I could fit in the transport.
Oh, back to second edition. And then as you moved it, if they fell off, they died?
Mm-hmm. If anybody that fell off the transport died. But I could put as many people as I wanted to.
The problem is people are not to sound gamey, but it's going to... Magnets are a lot more relatively thought of these days as they were back in those days.
I mean, you could make a pile. I can only imagine, like a battle wagon. I think I could put about 60 guys on if I had magnets. Also, yeah. you could put their weapons so they interlock, so everybody's looks like Cirque du Soleil.
Back in the early day of Du Bois Gaming Club, before the GT itself, so many moons ago, there was a guy who built stadium seating onto his orc truck. Remember the old second edition orc trucks? He put like 30 stadium seats on that and like had the guys magnetized on there. Every time somebody walked by his table, that entire table shook. So everybody's like, oh, your table's rocking, just to watch orcs fall off.
-9 when this was the rule. I mean, it's the only problem with my orcs is I don't have any super old orc models like I do with my Eldar and my Chaos. I enjoy deploying things that are older than my opponents. It makes me happy.
When we were at BFS this weekend, one of the captains of one of the teams was 16 years old.
Oh, Jesus.
And all I was thinking the entire time was, well, not only do I have models older than you, I've been playing this game longer than you were a glint in your daddy's eye. It was just like, he was a great kid. He played really well. He actually, I think he won best Xenos army, if I remember correctly, for overall at the event. So he really was a good player and did really well. But it was just like, wow, 16. Man, I can't even remember 16 anymore.
I mean, Anna's not wrong. Any aspect where, I'm going to get on a Brad rant for just a second here. Eldar have been one of GW's favorites and rules and everything for the longest time. You guys, I'm going to go super old on this. If you played like fantasy or even their RPG when they had Warhammer, their RPG, they always made elves ridiculous. Why in the 40K line have we had the same ass dusty 90-year-old dudes on a porch models? Everybody has the most static, ridiculous pose forever.
I'm a warp spider.
Screw the warp spider. That's a Tusken Raider. It's so stupid. Guys are awful.
When they've upgraded the models, they've done a pretty good job. Like the Banshee kit's really cool kit. The Striking Scorpion kit's absolutely fantastic. When they
it took 30 years to get new Striking Scorpions.
Yeah. When they redid the Dire Avengers, that one they didn't hit out of the park, but outside of that, they did all right.
I mean, they've been doing really well with scopes. I just don't understand how we haven't got one. You're like, hey, what's the most dynamic, fastest moving of the races? The Eldar? Yeah, let's give them a bunch of really boring static scopes. Just never change them. Fuck it. My mom was 5. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Warp Spiders are the same sculpt. They came through to a blister in the late 90s. Yes.
Yeah, and you had to buy the Exarch as a entirely separate model.
That's it. We talk about annoying shit. People don't even believe me on this one. Remember when you get a Wave Serpent, you had to buy the conversion kit from Forge World? They didn't give you your transport. You got a Falcon and then you got the kit to basically make it a Wave Serpent because you had to have the overlay for it.
Or even worse, you bought the little plastic sample spoons.
Oh God.
That's how I had my first Wave Serpent. You bought the little plastic sample spoons and you trimmed them down to size to make the finials.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. They just didn't have any of it. You're like, why are you selling this?
The first Falcon was a giant triangle made out of resin from Armor Cast.
That was terrible. They were so bad.
They were so bad. Well, it's like when the Necron Destroyer first came out. It was just this little hunk of metal.
Oh, it was a blob.
Yeah.
It didn't even look like anything. You're like, did you just bring like paperweights?
Yeah.
They look so awful.
I still have quite a bit of Armor Cast stuff for my Tyranid army. Most of the other stuff has kind of vanished over the years, but Armor Cast had some stuff. Like the first Battle Wagon was Armor Cast. I remember when that came out, it was just very boxy. Like
boxy.
A dish with wheels.
I like that you gave it the boxy. Like, yeah, we could use some other terms, but we're going with boxy.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
I mean, they've come bonkersville in the right direction, though. I mean, holy shit, their stuff's better now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I give GW a lot of credit. Their sculptors have been nailing stuff out of the park, and their Age of Sigmar sculptors are even better, hands down.
Why do they keep? That makes me so sad. By the way, they always give the better, especially big models. I can't say all of them. Bellacore is an amazing model, but it's usually both. But like the AOS big creatures, those things are primo.
I mean, Michael, they made that new AdMech character, and I'm pretty sure if you look at the box while it's sitting on the shelf, it broke.
It pre-broke.
Those legs are the most spindly things. It's like it's cool. He's go gadget leg sniper, but I looked at him wrong and his leg snapped in half.
Kyle, Fuck you. You guys should complain about how hot dogs used to be $1 and you got your news on paper and other things that old people get mad at. What are the price of stamps at right now?
It's like $1 for a hot dog. I mean, they were 2 for $1. Get it right.
Yeah, I had to say, get it right. This is ridiculous. These are crazy talks. Old man wave fist in air, change your title for you. But here, I do want to, we got some time left anyways, though, but I want to tell where I'm going because I want people to join me. So I'm going down to North Carolina 2 weeks from now. 3 weeks from now, I'll be at Rocky Top. I will be at Anna's sometime. Anna, promote your tournament on that. At some point in time in the summer, I'll be there. Then I'll be at ATC. Then I'll be at Salt City. I think that's in order. In August, yeah.
Yep.
But any of those times that everybody's around, I would love to have a greeting, hang out. Come up and hang out and stuff. Have some drinks, sit down and eat with us. Let's just,
Well, absolutely. Like Thursday night after we're done setting up for Salt City, we will be hanging out and just sitting probably in the bar in the hotel and talking Warhammer, shooting the shit, and having a good time. Salt City GT is in Syracuse, New York, August 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Yeah, so we're gonna rock and jock, and I'm super excited. I'm so much more excited to hang out than I am to play, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not trying to lose games, but I'm also trying to have the best time I can possibly have every time. Anytime I open a Facebook group, all of the things, some of the stuff.
So
But go ahead.
With what you're doing, and I know you're going to be running orcs a lot this summer because that's the codex that has you the most jazzed at the moment. If you had to go, like, I'm not going to play orcs, I'm going to go to this event, I'm not bringing orcs, what would be your next choice?
It depends on what style you want to play, to be honest with you.
So singles. We'll go with singles first, and then we'll hop into something else.
If you're looking for, like, if I'm trying to win, like, I'm straight just trying to win the event, or I'm trying to have the most fun at the event, or I'm trying to do a combination of both.
You're trying to combo it.
Tau, for people that like Tau, I know there's a lot of Tau haters, you know what I mean? Tau's a very polarizing army. Tau's a great army right now. Necrons didn't go anywhere. They're still going to be fantastic on that. I don't know what the secret sauce is yet, but I can't imagine that there's not a Chaos Space Marine army with all those point drops that isn't great for all you Chaos fans. Eldar's still Eldar, so Eldar's still fantastic. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much you can bring. Templars are still just super good. But I'm not a huge fan of it because I think it's a little more of an X and 1 army, but the Stormraven list can just nuke people crazy.
Yep. That list is when you're playing on GW terrain, which we play a lot in the States. That army is hard to move around the board.
100%. You can move block a lot of these things.
It is a difficult army to move around the board. It is difficult to not get move blocked. It is tough not to end with your wings over terrain. There's a lot of interesting movement to that. That's a tough army to pilot correctly.
It's a big thing. Moncow would be OP and ruin the meta for months with CSM. Maybe. I think Moncow's going to be I think Tau is just going to be super strong. I think that orcs will make a bigger splash initially just because there's more orc players and that there's more detachments that are just good. But I think that Tau is probably the stronger. Tau's the army that will make you feel worse because you might not get to do anything, because they might just pick you up. Especially when you're talking teams and they can just choose an open board and defend and just go, I'm going to delete your army in 2 turns. That's not exactly my favorite thing. You can only get move blocked at GW if you run a bunch of buggies. I don't think I'm going to take the tacos all the way down to Salt City. Anything that sits for 8 hours in the car probably won't be the best.
Those birria tacos were so good, though.
I mean, it's a good place. We go there all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's delightful. Also, bar opening early.
Considering we had a conversation of just driving out to visit Brad and get birria tacos, it may happen this summer. You never know.
Yes, please, everyone, hit that like button. Hit the like button, subscribe. Come in. It just helps a ton. If you'd really like to pop into Patreon and let me continue to make stuff. I'll turn the lights on occasionally. I don't have that kind of money to turn the lights on all the time. That's crazy talk. Hey, go to Toledo for some tacos. I mean, that's the thing is like when you're going to tournaments, like I try to eat well all week, and then I go to tournaments and you just eat terrible, and it's fantastic. Oh, Peach is coming in. Hasn't been in a hot minute. I only played since seventh, not as long as the tooth is the old Fang Brad, but long enough to say, "Damn kids, get off my porch."
That gets the nice big like button right there, all on its
100%. And the thing is like, in the end, man, just have a good time. And the thing is that when you're trying to have that good time and you're trying to couple it with doing really, really well, I can't stress enough, again, going over things that we said in the beginning. Little preparation, 100%. Do some homework before you go to an event. It helps like a lot because it also helps calm you down when you're in the event. 2, if you're really looking to do well, write yourself some damn notes. You know what I mean? So you can figure out what happened. Because a lot of what you don't want to do, what the old saying was, is you can blame dice for 24 hours. After that, you got to figure out what you fucked up. It is. You know what I mean? There was something that happened in that game besides dice that you could have done. When you go to the bar, you go to the restaurant, yeah, hell yeah, you can bitch about all the 12-inch charges. That's part of the game, and I love those are my favorite things to talk about, is wacky dice and everything else when you're sitting here, you know, having a drink, having your burger, having the pizza, having whatever. Also, eat all your trash food all weekend. Your body should have to recover from the amount of nonsense you did to it over a weekend of 40K. That's my go-to. Thank you, booster shot, KR. Sleeping all day. It's all of the.
So, Brad, when we were down at BFS here, we went out for Colombian food the first night we got down there, and hit places that sound different and fun when you were out on that Friday night like the night before your event really gets rolling and you get in, go to someplace, enjoy a good dinner, have a beverage, try something new, enjoy life. We get out to these events to socialize and have a good time. Go do it. Enjoy life.
100%. Do something that's preferably, I want to, if there is the option to do something that's big local that you can't do at your home, do that. That's a big deal too. Eat whatever nonsense that's local to wherever you're at. I love that. That's one of my favorite things, is going to whatever the local place is and wherever the tournament is. That's a huge thing. That is true. You don't want to dwell on everything when you make a mistake, but the best way to get better is to know that you made a mistake, and not just to think, oh, I did something bad or dice were too bad. You have to look at, what could I change? You know what I mean? And the problem is that you have to have the wisdom to know what you can't change. You got to do the AA deal. You know what I mean? Give me the wisdom to know the things I can change and the things I can't change. Don't dwell on the fact that you fuck something up, but look for, like, you're going to mess something up every game. My go-to is try to mess up something different every game. And there you go. That is true. Snake's wife cooking for you is fantastic. Wow, Peaches. That's the thing. I'm on my journey to get some younger Brad buff back going again. But when I go to tournaments and stuff like that, just enjoy your time. Eat whatever. Just enjoy yourself. It's all of the things. You can do all of these things. I'm gonna say yes to the entirety of the wall. Oh, 100%, by the way, Ravens. Asking questions to your opponents after the match is a go-to. 1,000%.
100%.
Also, asking your opponent, like, what they thought of things, how you did things, what you could have done, it is a big deal. 100%, because you can get actually immediate feedback, and sometimes you can just things. Travel calories are 0 calories. I do have a weight loss challenge right now with pajamas, by the way. So we'll see. We're going for my birthday and his daughter's birthday, which is the same day, July 17th.
Nice.
So, and this is sponsored by Scott Ketchum, my cardiologist, also 40K Master of Sisters. He's also hoping that I I lose more weight. Stop trying to die. Go for tonight, build 20 Rough Riders. Go for tomorrow, paint them. I like that.
Hey, Garrett, I played against Rough Riders today. They are scary, frightening looking on the table.
I like them a ton.
Yeah, unfortunately Zuber had a not so great of a dice roll, but it was definitely they were definitely scary when he came in and he was like, this is what their profile is and this is what their attacks do. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot they were really good. That's a little scary. Yeah.
I think they're cool, but plus I also like yelling Rough Rider, so anytime I can DMX it up, I'm ready. So it's all of the goodness all of the time. But that is a big thing also. Like, I eat way too much and I drink way too much when I go to tournaments. But I do hydrate the shit out of them. I think it's probably why that my only shitty superpower is I've never had a hangover. But I do chug water when I'm drinking in between my wines.
See, so. Brad would love Rough Riders if they didn't have humans on them.
Yeah. All things in moderation, even your moderation. I am so boring about things, like, because I eat the same shit all the time, do the same shit as far as my, my day-to-day routine about stuff, or at least I try to be. And then, you go to a tournament and you're like, we should only eat terrible food and drink and never sleep. You're like, yes, yay! It's all of the things, some of the time. What do we got coming up? We got Salt City. You got some game streams?
Working on it slowly. Need to work with you a little bit on getting my OBS skills up and running. But they're on their way. We've got everything ready for it.
I'm ready for that.
We got Salt City GT coming up in Syracuse, New York, August 9th, 10th, and 11th. 40K is starting to fill up quick. Of course, we also have other events going on there as well from Marvel Crisis Protocol, Age of Sigmar, which will be the 4th edition of that as it's popping up soon, and Kill Team and Warhammer Old World.
40keylowercast.com, 40keylowercast on iTunes, Spotify, basically anywhere you can download a podcast, I'm there. So things are picking up. We've got some good big ones coming on. I told you one of my favorites is coming up. We did the Rogue Trader, we did Life of the Imperium, and all of those things made me think about, oh yeah, that's how everybody goes to Chaos, because Life of the Imperium is a dumpster fire. Basically, if you're not a Marine, things suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Gene Stealer cultist, and then everything going towards the Day of Ascension, you're all set.
I was just about to say, everything's moving towards. I was just saying that to Eloise today because she was talking about GSC and things, and I go, well, it is pretty crazy because GSC basically insidiously take over, get enough mass, and then just light the beacon, and then the Tyranids come and destroy the world. You're like, why? That was so much planning to just get killed.
And it's just like, not just killed, just to walk up to him and go, okay, go ahead, eat me.
Yeah. Top quality of life masters of 40K. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, they're kind of weird, good communism thing, but man. Yeah. Every day given to the God Emperor is a great day. You know what? On that, we'll end the stream. Queensway. Thanks for everybody for hanging out with us.